Hello friends, Militant Ginger here with another episode of M for Man. Now last time I was complaining about how the fact society is kind of screwed up and it's left a lot of guys like me, in their 30s and they've never really grown up. We've spent like our 20s in a state of kind of perpetual adolescence. And this is something I want to avoid for my kids, so I'm trying to put down all the things I've learned over the course of the last 10 years. So I can teach them so they can, you know, be men and grow up a little earlier than I did. And that got me thinking, what is it that makes a man? What are the defining characteristics of a man? And I ended up coming up with 4 of them. So pay attention, 007. I've got a whiteboard and everything, so you can see my horrible handwriting. Right, what are the 4 things that make a man a man? And the first one, well, one is appearance. Now you might think that sounds really superficial, but it's not. Because I know you shouldn't judge a book by its covers. But when I say appearance, I'm not talking about looks. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're short or tall or black or white or Chinese or Indian or any of those things that you don't have any control over. Appearance is what you do with the things you don't have any control over. The clothes you wear, the haircut you have, everything like that. And, you know, everybody says, don't judge a book by its covers, you shouldn't judge people by their appearances, but people do. Appearance matters. I mean, if you watch an episode of Mad Men and you see Don Draper walk into a room, it's like, bang, there's a man. Appearance, one of the important things. Okay, now the second one, success. Now I was going to write prosperity, because I was thinking, you know, what is one of the defining characteristics of a man? Having money, having wealth, having everything they need to live by. But I was thinking, do you know what, there are an awful lot of people who have money who aren't men. They're, you know, kids who've inherited money, or trust fund kids and stuff like that. Money doesn't mean anything unless you earn it. So prosperity, you know, being a man goes beyond just mere prosperity. And I was also thinking of other men like Gandhi. Gandhi's a great example. Gandhi didn't have any money. Gandhi basically had nothing except the clothes he wore. But he was a huge success. I mean, he was a powerful guy. He had 200 million people listening to his every word, and that's how he managed to liberate India. So, you know, prosperity is important, but success is one of the defining characteristics of a man. A man is somebody who's achieved something in their life. Okay, third thing. Third thing is most important. Character. Now this is probably one of the areas in which I'm most lacking. But if you're looking at the people who you'd think of as men, then they all carry themselves in a certain way, and more importantly than that, they all treat other people in a certain way. And I don't know whether you want to call it gentlemanly behaviour or courtesy or something like that, but there's something about the way a man treats other people and the way a man treats himself that is very, very important. And I think character is probably the defining characteristic of a man. I mean, I think appearance matters, I think success matters, but you can have a guy who looks like hell, who's never achieved anything in his life, but you'll still respect him if he treats other people decently. And this comes to the 4th defining characteristic of a man. What is that? I call it intent. Deliberate intent. And to be honest, this is the one that all these other 3 hang on. Because one of the defining characteristics of a man is the fact that everything he does is deliberate. And I think that's huge. I mean, it might seem like it's not, but it is. It's probably the most important thing, because a man is a person who decides what they want to do rather than react to what happens to them. And so this means their appearance is deliberate. They decide on their appearance, that's what they do. Their success is deliberate. They go out and become successful. Their character is deliberate. The way they treat other people is something they've decided to do. So, intent, definitely a hugely important part of being a man. So, in the next few episodes of M for Man, I'm going to cover these 4 very important foundation stones of being a man, and hopefully my kids will learn something from that. Thank you very much.